It's a day full of star power. We saw the top 2 picks in the draft go head-to-head. In our next game, we have 2 teams who are poised to compete for top billing out west. The Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves set to take the court. Chris Miles, Steve Smith here with you. Stephanie Reddy will join us in a little bit. They're almost ready for the opening tip, but the 17th pick in the draft, Johan Beringer, continuing the French Revolution. He's going to tip off here. Smitty had an excellent Summer League debut.
Yeah, his debut was a guy that you just wowed from the tip. I mean, he had 11 points, 8 rebounds, but also he has 6 block shots. And the way he was blocking shots, just the timing was perfect. He caught lobs, he was energetic, and you can see when he caught the basketball, he went up, played with such passion. I mean, he was coming out and setting the tone on the defensive end. But I really liked the way he played offensively as well, being able to rim run.
And Deron Holmes for Denver, the 2024 draft pick, tore his Achilles in Summer League last year, took the court for the first time after missing 363 days. Smitty did not look rusty at all when we had his Summer League game, his first time.
So happy for him. I mean, like you said it, just had a horrible first game when he got a chance to have that Achilles tear, but played well in that first game. He looks 100% ready to go.
And we are ready for the tip. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention 2 first-round picks from last year's team for the Minnesota Timberwolves on the floor in Terrence Shannon and Rob Dillingham. And those 2 guys can also put on a show. Number 33 for the Timberwolves for the G League Ignite, Leonard Miller, the 2023 33rd pick in the draft. So a bunch of guys who we know have NBA experience and also are explosive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Terrence Shannon Jr., one of those players that I just love watching him play in college. Understands how to make plays off the dribble. Played some big minutes in the playoffs for the Timberwolves.
And it's Holmes controlling the opening tip. Beekman controlling the offense for the Nuggets. Hunter Tyson swinging it around. Harrison back to Tyson. And a defensive effort on the start from the Timberwolves. The crowd loving what they're seeing. And a foul is called on the back end of Rob Dillingham.
Rob Dillingham foul, but when I say the intensity of the Timberwolves defensively was there, they came out with a purpose.
And this is a team back-to-back trips to the Western Conference Finals. A lot of guys who want to crack that rotation. Beekman inside to Jones, short. He gets his own rebound, and that's the first bucket of the game. Dillingham, you know what he can do with the ball in his hands.
It's key for him.
Beekman to Beringer.
I love this young fella, 6'11", rookie, 18 years old.
But for Dillingham, it's what he can provide on the defensive end. That's where the coaching staff wants to see the growth. Holmes, back rim. Dillingham on the glass. Terrence Shannon back to Dillingham. They reset. High screen and roll. Dillingham, his first shot. Bucket.
These instant highlights in offense. Next step for him is defensively, can he control the ball? Also leadership, can he make others better with his pass?
And
his passing game.
Looking to block that. Jones gets the bucket. Dillingham loses it. Excellent defense by Beekman.
I'm a Beekman fan. The last game he played, it was terrific for the Nuggets. Twice ACC Defensive Player of the Year as a junior and a senior. Good feel for the game on both ends.
Shannon on Holmes. His first shot attempt, a step back. Beringer on the glass. Clark with a wide open look. That's off. And the Timberwolves looking for a 3-for-1 special on this trip down. Dillingham gets it back from J and pulls up 2 buckets and an assist out of the gate for Rob Dillingham.
Well, he can do that. Phenomenal score.
Beekman looking to beat him, but off English. Miller working on Holmes. Dillingham all air. A bit of a heat check there.
Yeah, didn't need that though, because you have a big Chris. That's when you got to break him down, get in the paint and get a shot from somebody else.
Tyson pass J. The second chance bucket by Harrison. Wolves up 1. 3 minutes into this one, 7-6. Miller, an open look. Back rim, so the Wolves having some issues. Their outside touch, getting some open looks, but can't convert. From the corner, it's Jones. The Nuggets not having issues from outside. He nails that one.
Spencer Jones, shot ready, knocked that one down.
Nuggets take the lead, 9-7. Dillingham on Holmes. Great defense by the center. Shannon to the hole. Soft touch.
Beautiful touch by him. 6'4", 220.
Such an explosive athlete. You notice he pulled up a bit lame on that.
A little bit. He's trying to walk it off.
Jones to Holmes. Bumping into Shannon. He has about a 5-inch height advantage. Shannon, tough defense, forces him to give it up. Shot clock winding down. Beekman, desperation, shot clock violation. And what we said from these young players, that's what the coaching staff is looking for. Terrence Shannon provided that. We're tied at 9, and it's the Nuggets knocking it down from outside. We're 4 minutes in. Shannon, some space, knocks it down, makes it look too easy. Wolves up by 3, breaking the top. Holmes to Beekman. Tyson from the wing. A nice effort on the glass by Jesse Edwards.
Good job.
Shannon trying to split the defense. Jones and Beekman were both there, but a foul called on Jones. Terrence Shannon, of course, we know what he can do.
Good job. Good balance on his shot on that one.
20 points his last Summer League game. But here's the deal. For Shannon, in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, didn't get a lot of playing time, but averaged 9 points in his shooting splits, 52-38, 100% from the free throw line. So made the most of his opportunities when he was able to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's basically close to 50, 40, 100. And he's a guy that in college was just so dynamic on both ends of the court.
And that foul inside will go on Holmes. Oh, it's an out of bounds off of Holmes. A lot of contact there, but that's what they're going with. Barrenjay and Edwards on the court together for the T-Wolves. I point that out because Edwards listed at 6'11", and Barrenjay all of 6'11", so a tall lineup for the Wolves here. Clark driving through Jones and a brick wall there. Shannon from way outside. Mari Bailey, several crossovers, not a lot of space. Shannon loses it. Wolves sloppy possession and get a shot off. Jones, red hot, misses that one. Liddell clashing the glass. Bailey pushing it the other way. Shannon looked like he had the wrong angle.
It is. Definitely had the wrong angle. He was trying to be able to draw the foul, but just couldn't get the contact. And Holmes is like, where did I touch him?
Check it out again. You see what
touch him like there's a little touch, a little touch.
So Terrence Shannon, second trip to the free throw line, nails the first one. Summer League action continues tonight on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On Sunday, it's Phoenix and the Atlanta Hawks. Kamen Malawach, Asa Newell. We know those two guys well as lottery picks, followed by the Pistons and the Rockets, the Raptors and the Magic, the Nets and the Wizards on ESPN2. 8-0 run by the Wolves. They're up by 6 with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Bates space, and he makes them pay.
Good pull-up, mid-range jump shot. Got himself to the free throw line. That used to be the goal in the NBA. Come off a screen and roll, side screen and roll, get to that nail and pull up.
Bailey getting to the cup, kicks it out. Newton gets the look. Brick, Barrenjay inside, battling. So that'll stay on the floor. But Barrenjay's so active, you feel his presence.
Watch this effort, Chris. You said it. Box out right there. He's just going to get it. Wanted it more than anybody else on the floor.
So Jamal Cain stepping on the floor. For those familiar with that name, remember, he reached the finals as a rookie with the Heat, even though he didn't play. That's him with the ball right there. Bailey, despite his jersey being grabbed, has possession of the rock, finds Newton off to the left.
Not a good shot right there. Had a chance to drive it. And Cain, a player that played at Oakland University in the Detroit, Michigan area. Love his play.
From the corner, the Buckeye with the bucket.
E.J. Liddell coming up all these injuries. So special at Ohio State.
Bailey pulling up mid-range, short. Liddell on the glass. Jones to Holmes. Shannon. Shannon got the rebound, and on the other end, gets up the shot, but can't get it to fall. So how about the game? We have now 1 point difference between the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. And it's this shot by E.J. Liddell that keeps the Nuggets close this one possession game. Coach Kevin Hansen said, we expect for Terrence Shannon to probably be our leading scorer. That would be my guess. He's probably going to be the focal point of the team's defense. It'll be fun to watch him navigate that. I'd say that's pretty good navigation here in the first quarter. 8 points and really more efficient than the rest of his team.
Yeah, he has just a great feel for the game. You look at him, he was the 27th pick. You know, before everything he went through in Illinois, I thought for sure he'd be a lottery. And I think he's still lottery talent. I look at him averaging 10 minutes last year. I think that number goes up to about 20.
Bailey in transition. Great recovery and a nice finish up top off the pass. Jesse Edwards with the bucket. And to that point that you make, you know, the Timberwolves lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker in free agency to the Atlanta Hawks. They're first in salary in the NBA. They had to lose someone, right? They brought back Naz Reid and Julius Randle. But to that point, there's an opening in that lineup. Do you think Terrence Shannon fills that void still on his rookie contract?
Yeah, I think he just has to get more minutes. He's a guy that can knife through the lane, and he's a great fit. Plays well with the ball, but more importantly, he can play off Anthony Edwards without the basketball and cut and make plays. Good shot right there by Curtis Jones.
We're tied at 17. 2 minutes left here in the first period. Bailey defended well. A lot of action down low. Kane can't get it to fall. Williams runs into Kane, which is a brick wall, and takes the fall. So one thing that the Wolves Summer League squad has is height. Looking at the big man inside that checked into the game, Rocco Zikarsky, 7'3", 225. So between Zikarsky, Barrenjay, and Edwards, 6'11", 6'11", and 7'3".
Yeah, definitely have some height. What I like about this team, you know, going forward is they got some young guys who definitely can make a difference. Rob Dillingham is probably more important. We understand Terrence Shannon, he's established, but playing behind Mike Conley, they're going to need some more minutes from Rob Dillingham.
Yeah, Dillingham, 10.5 minutes per game his rookie season. 4 points a game, 2 assists a game. Bailey driving, tossing it up top to Miller. Liddell with some excellent defense. Bates in transition. Back to Liddell. Tokarski with the hustle inside. The 7-3 man getting on the floor for the loose ball. Dillingham to Bailey. Finishes with his offhand.
Up and down.
Liddell stolen away by Dillingham. Dillingham with the killer crossovers behind the back, looking for the assist. Doesn't pay off.
He has some bop, bop, bop.
Corner 3, back rim. Harrison working inside. I mentioned all of the size that the Timberwolves have. But watch the hard work. The ball gets loose. Gotta get on the floor, big fella. Tokarski getting the job done.
Go get it first to the floor.
Final minute of the first period. Dillingham. Handle it against Liddell. Gives it up to Miller with the open look. Stroking. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wolves should get another possession in the first quarter. Bates, past Bailey, over to Tokarski. Wolves got it back. Miller to Dillingham. Oh! Off the glass, but it's a charge. How about the hustle on the other end by Jones?
Good job by Jones, but let's watch this play again. Let's see, Dillingham coming downhill.
And they're going to challenge the play. Wolves up by 4, 13 and a half to go here in the first. A challenge on the play, the charge, Rob Dillingham.
What are you doing?
Crunching numbers on every NBA matchup.
But with the NBA app, you get real-time stats and highlights while you watch.
But watching the replay, I think he got underneath him.
Yes.
He's in the air, and as he's finishing, he comes underneath him. So once a player's in the air, right, you got to be there first. Let's see. See, from that angle, I don't know.
I'm going charge.
But here's the thing. Once they call.
Upon review, the call on the floor is changed to a blocking foul on Denver number 25. Minnesota number 4 will shoot 1 shot to resume play. Because the challenge is successful, Minnesota will retain their timeout and their ability to challenge one more time throughout the entirety of the game.
Okay, Dave, 50%. Chris Miles, 101.
Batting 1,000 like A-Rod for the Yankees. See what I did
Look at you.
there?
I know New Yorker coming out of here.
So Rob Dillingham, the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Off to a good start here in the first quarter. Yes, the 7 points. The 3 assists, though, that's what the Minnesota Timberwolves are looking for from him. Someone who could create offense for others.
With his speed and his ability to handle the basketball, beat your man, get into the paint, make that play for somebody else.
An 8-0 run since he checked back into the game. Wolves now up by 7. Williams working on Dillingham, getting past him. And Jones gets the steal and gets it in. Dillingham trying to save it. Kane tosses it up. It was too late, but the Wolves in the first quarter on an 8-2 run. They have a 5-point lead in what's been an exciting first quarter.
For adults with obesity, Zepbound means change.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off.
Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems.
Ask your healthcare provider about Zepbound. Explore savings options today.
The truth about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2 videos and a quick demo.
You can change your color here.
And all of this started here, detoured here, and ended
down here.
And this pizza wasn't delivery. This was.
I wonder if they do have it.
We do.
So whenever you start a project,
don't worry.
You're not alone.
We can do this together.
So what are you working on?
Las Vegas, I'm Stephanie Reddy, joined by Terrence Shannon Jr. Thank you for joining us during the game. When you look at the Summer League, what are the opportunities that it presents for you?
Just showing my talents to the coaches, showing them how much better I got over the summer, and just the stuff that I worked on and the stuff that they want me to do for the upcoming season.
How is it different now that you've got some NBA experience under your belt?
Just knowing the ins and outs of the games, little cheat codes that the veterans taught me during the year. But I feel like having a year under your belt, then coming in as a rookie is a big difference.
Thanks for stopping. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The Minnesota Timberwolves up by 5 as we start this second quarter. In Boo Buie in the game, we know he's a player that can get the offense going for your team. You know that well, Smitty.
Oh, for sure. Watching him at Northwestern, he made every big play for the Wildcats.
Here he is stuck in a corner. Leonard Miller all over him. Jones from way outside. A desperation heave. Dillingham, 3 assists in that first quarter. Has to reset. Finds Miller. The defense collapses. Clark going baseline. Tokarski on the putback.
I think Clark wanted to throw that lob, then he wanted to shoot it. Got in between on that one, but they did clean up the rebound and the offensive bucket.
Bates loses it on the way up, but gets it back, and it pays off. Dillingham loses the handle. And it'll stay this way.
They call a foul, right? Yep.
Yep, Leah Laney. Calling that one on Donovan Williams. Miller, nowhere to go with it. Clark has to figure something out. Spins, and it is blocked by Williams. So after the foul called at half court on Williams, gets the block to force that shot clock violation.
Good job. I mean, stayed with the pressure on Clark, made him uncomfortable, and then got the block shot.
So Johan Berenger checking back into the game, the 17th overall pick in this year's draft for the Minnesota Timberwolves, wearing number 19. Boo Buie into traffic, and it goes the other way. Newton to Kane, and it's beat up by Williams. Another sensational defensive play by Williams. Berenger, Dillingham, pick and roll. Looks like that foul will go against Bates.
Watch this hustle. Williams did not give up on that play. Donovan Williams played here at UNLV.
So checking back into the game for the Nuggets, Spencer Jones, who had an excellent start, 7 points in his first 5 minutes. Nuggets need some offense, see if he can get it going again. Bailey, Berenger, pick and roll. Newton going baseline. Shannon back in the game, back on the scoreboard. 11 points in just 7 minutes for Terrence Shannon. And a turnover by the Nuggets.
It's a turnover.
Trying to inbounds the ball.
Nuggets coaching staff, I've been watching them. They just trying to keep their composure. That's a turnover you do not want to have. You want to start to cut into this league, and you're not going to do that with turning it over like that.
Shannon keeps the defender on the heels. Clark gets an open look. Boo Buie couldn't pull in the rebound. Shannon 2 for 1 to Clark. And it pays off. Wolves up by 11, their largest lead of the game. They've hit 5 3-pointers now.
Great unselfish play by Terrence Shannon.
And an all-time great, won a World Series with those New York Yankees, Alex Rodriguez, but most importantly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, part of that ownership group.
Yes, they just got a chance to announce fully theirs right now, and been knowing A-Rod since he was in high school. Happy for him. We get a chance to communicate a lot. One of the guys right now is doing a heck of a job for the Timberwolves. They are excited for the future. And boy, could he hit it. I know you're happy as a Yankee fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop smiling.
696 career home runs.
All the New York stats.
baseball stats.
No, it's just New York stats.
Yankees, no Mets stats.
Okay, no Mets.
It's not really a New York team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm messing with you.
We hear the Mets people tweet at us.
They know they're not. We're not going to talk about today's game. Not happening.
The Yankees?
And how about the stout defense inside? Another shot clock violation. So despite the fact that the Timberwolves have a 9-point lead, you got to give credit to the Nuggets, keeping them to just 35% from the field.
The Nuggets doing a nice job. I mean, they got to find a way to get some points. Only giving up 33 right now.
Really, it's the turnovers. They have 6 turnovers, led to 13 points by the T-Wolves.
I thought, you know, who can't get going right now is Hunter Tyson for the Nuggets.
Shannon hauls that one in. He's got Tyson on his heels. Dangerous in transition. And another assist and another made 3. Newton doing the honors there. 9 assists now for the Wolves as a team. Bates working inside and a brick wall for Harrison to face. Barron-Jay, Clark, Shannon, all there. Volume defensively. So DeRon Holmes checking back into the game, Smitty. Number 14 for the Nuggets. And here's someone, as you see the defense stout inside, looking for an opportunity to break that rotation. It's a first-round pick last year for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about lack of depth for the Denver Nuggets. Now you look at their roster, they are getting deep. He will probably be 3rd on the depth chart as a small ball center, but I love his ability to stretch the floor. And obviously coming off that injury.
The shot clock violation. Tyson unaware the time was running out.
That's on him, Chris, but it's also on his teammates. No one says red, or whatever they call it. Shot clock, no communication right now for the Nuggets. As you can see, no one's really talking.
Yeah, the bench not yelling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No communication at all. Shot clock violation. Newton shooting. Back-to-back threes for him. Dillingham now 4 assists. A stat we're keeping an eye on tonight. Beekman fouled by Miller as he penetrated. So Reese Beekman, 23-year-old undrafted out of UVA, signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Nuggets at the end of June. What that means is you have your 2-way contracts, and Exhibit 10 means you can't get called up to the Nuggets, but they retain your rights. Free fan perks. That's a win with NBA ID. Get exclusive merch deals, chances to meet NBA legends and more all summer long. Join free now at NBA.com/ID or in the NBA app. 13-point lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves over the Nuggets. Miller off Barron-Jay, second chance. Shannon makes him pay.
Oh, he's worked on that jump shot. It looks crispy.
8 threes for the Wolves, 3 of them courtesy of Terrence Shannon, who also has assists. something from the Nuggets bench. Tyson is off.
That was the Timberwolves bench yelling 3, 2, 1. It was at 9 seconds.
So they're communicating. Newton looking for his third tray. Beekman finds Liddell. Beekman beating Newton. And Holmes in the corner. Gets that one to fall. It's his first make. He's got 3 points. Now Edwards on the other end, finishing the alley-oop.
I mean, somebody from the Nuggets, you have to get back. You can't knock down a corner 3 and jaw back and give up an easy dunk.
Terrence Shannon with the steal. And that looks like an open court foul. Did they call the take foul here? Because it certainly looked like the definition of it. Clear path foul, not called there?
Nope.
Right? Isn't it? If it's like, kind of like offsides in hockey or soccer, right? If they're behind you, so look, he gets the steal, he's gone, they're both behind him, right? Either way, Wolves get possession here. Dillingham shoots, looks like there was some contact, no call.
Sure, a little contact, nothing called.
Beekman driving into the double team. Holmes at the rim.
Love to see right now Timon score 320. Rob Dillingham take over this game from a point guard situation.
The trap on Dillingham. They get it out of his hands. Miller. Bump into the hole. The lefty to the lefty. Shannon. Caliente. Largest lead of the game, 16 for the Wolves, 17 points for Shannon. Beekman driving. Jones on the base.
I like Jones. I really like his energy, the way he plays.
Miller driving through Liddell, and you can't power through a linebacker.
No, not at all. J. Liddell saying, get your weight room up.
There's not enough weight rooms in the NBA for that. Wolves up by 16 with some explosive plays led by Terrence Shannon, who has 17. In on the action, 8.6 helpers, the super sophomores, if you will, for the Minnesota Timberwolves going into their second season.
It's good for them. I mean, both guys, and obviously Terrence Shannon playing extremely well. Rob Dillingham playing a very nice game. Want to see him just keep attacking because of his speed and keep getting people open shots. I'm not worried about Rob Dillingham being able to create his own shot. He can do that.
Dillingham working on the defensive end. Tyson gets the first open look for him and nails it. His first bucket. Shannon, step back. A rare miss. Edwards on the glass. 3 defenders around him and draws the foul.
Good job by Edwards. Worked on that offensive glass. He has good size like you talk about it. 6'11", 230. Born in Amsterdam. Played at IMG Academy.
At 25 years old, got his first NBA action on March 2nd for the Phoenix Suns. Congratulations to him getting that opportunity and certainly looking the part physically in his play around the basket today.
Good size. Great first and second jump. Moves well on the offensive glass, just doesn't stand there.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Nuggets down by 12. Holmes thought about it for a minute. Tyson to Holmes. Good recovery defense by the Wolves. You hear the 3-2-1 now. Tyson gets it off. And the Wolves force the turnover. Shannon up top to Kane.
Shannon's doing a nice job with his vision and decision making.
Liddell using his muscle. Shannon with the hustle. Clark to Shannon at the hole. Dillingham with the soul.
He's so fast, so quick. Yeah, 16 just like that.
Beekman beats Dillingham. Jones in the corner, rims out. Dillingham loses this one. A turnover. Liddell to Tyson, little too far. So bodies on the floor near half court. Extreme hustle for both of these two teams.
You can see all these players a little winded. Hasn't been that many stoppages. Everybody with hands on the hip, that's what you can tell, Chris.
And with just 40 seconds left in the first half, Holmes would take a seat, looking like one of those guys huffing and puffing. Dillingham off the glass. And a foul at half court. It looks like Edwards and Harrison were tangled up, and that one will go against Edwards. So a side out for the Nuggets. The Wolves commit another foul to put the Nuggets at the charity stripe. It also makes it just less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So theoretically, the Nuggets could hold for the last shot here. And that looks like what the communication is. Beekman going the opposite way on the screen. And a foul on Edwards. So on this trip down, 2 fouls on the Wolves big man.
It is. Good job by Beekman. Rejected the screen, drove it, and got himself to the free throw line. Smart heady play.
You know, for Beekman, it's been a journey trying to find a home in the NBA. Started last season, 2-way contract with Golden State, sent to Brooklyn and part of the Schroeder deal before signing that Exhibit 10 contract. And you see his ability to give great effort on defense. And I think what you hear is Anthony Edwards walk into the building. And when we say face of the league, crowd favorite, this is what we're talking about. He walks into the building and you hear cheers from all the fans. 6 seconds to go here in the first half. Shannon from outside. And he misses but not a lot of misses from Terrence Shannon in the first half. 17 points.
You expected in terms of the recognition, people wanting, I'm sure, photos and autographs, or is it even crazier than you imagined?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been crazy. You know, even just being in Dallas and, you know, seeing the fan base there, it's been, you know, crazy amount of love and support. So, you know, I'm just blessed, you know, have that type of support and whatnot, people wanting your autograph, wanting pictures.
Kyrie and a lot of the Mavs roster guys were here to watch you guys play. He said that Thomas and Max atmosphere was electric in your first game. He said it's a #1 draft pick kind of deal. What's it going to be like for you learning from not just an incredible player like Kyrie, but a guy who's been in your shoes? He's experienced the expectations that come with being the #1 overall pick.
Yeah, I think I'm in an incredible, you know, situation. Yeah. Like being able to learn from those type of guys, you know, Kyrie, obviously, Clay, AD, you know, those type of guys that have, you know, been through and been in the league for a really long time and have experienced winning, you know, at the highest level. It's something that, you know, I'm just going to be really grateful for him. I feel really blessed that I had this opportunity.
Jason Kidd said that he wants his staff to push you out of your comfort zone, put you in uncomfortable situations, bringing the ball up, running point. What excites you about those kind of challenges during Summer League?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, I haven't done that as much, so I think, you know, handling that pressure and trying those new things will be good for me to kind of expand my game. And I think I'll get more comfortable with it as we kind of play more and more. And then, you know, Coach Kidd, you know, that's what he wants me to do. So just getting comfortable doing that early.
As you look ahead to this upcoming season, what kind of goals do you set for yourself as a rookie and helping this Mavs team?
Yeah, I think, you know, personally I want to obviously be Rookie of the Year. I think that's, you know, a standard one a lot of rookies want to do. But other than that, you know, I just want to contribute to winning at a high level. We have a really good team, a really deep team. So, you know, whatever way I can contribute in, you know, just be myself and get better every single day. I think if I do that, it'll be a really successful year.
We wish you the best of luck, Cooper. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Well, being drafted #1 overall is already a success. That's who Cooper Flagg is. And how about Anthony Edwards, #1 overall pick from a few years ago, now a perennial all-star in the building to support his Minnesota Timberwolves. As I said, a 3-time all-star now for Ant-Man. And Cam Johnson, the newest member of the Denver Nuggets, came over in that trade with the Brooklyn Nets this offseason. Could be a key cog in the Nuggets trying to win another championship.
Going on now at A&B Kia. It's port pricing on all new Kias. A&B now has its best inventory in years and its best pricing ever. You pay the
motor, length, timing. It's going to be good to watch his progression.
Yeah. Second youngest player in the draft behind Cooper Flagg. Played in a Slovenian basketball cup. So Harrison able to make that free throw. It's a 14-point advantage for the Wolves, and they've been in control really from the opening tip. Shannon to Clark, all air. Jones got off to that hot start, 7 points initially, only 2 sets. Beekman with an errant pass inside, no lane.
He is. On this side, the Nuggets want to see if they can get home some touches. Everything has been a three-point shot, something where he gets a short roll, an elbow touch, a post-up, other than just a three. And he's knocked them down. He's looked good.
Dillingham pulling up. Tyson on the fast break. Powering to the hole, but just a bit short. So for the Wolves, an active offseason for them. I mean, this is a team under a new ownership group. Re-signed Naz Reid, Julius Randle. Could not retain Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They've been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Smitty, you can see how deep this team is as Berenger gets the feed from Dillingham and can't finish. When you see their Summer League squad and the amount of draft picks they have on the floor, these are guys they need to develop. As that's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, now a member of the Hawks. Naz Reid sitting there as well next to Anthony Edwards. This is a team that's going for it in the next couple of years with one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you watched them the last 2 years, Western Conference Championship. Coach Finch doing an excellent job. I mean, everything is kind of set. I'm actually looking forward to one thing that they can do, find some point guard play out of Rob Dillingham. Love Mike Conley, but we all know Mike's experience getting up there in age. I think that's the next step for them, is solidifying that point guard position to win the championship.
And Jones getting the open look back door. Not a lot of blown assignments by the Timberwolves on defense tonight. Dillingham tossing it up to Berenger. Harrison taking it away. Beekman showing off the handles. Tyson gets an open look. Harrison, second chance opportunity. Tyson denied by Berenger. Dillingham fighting for it. The dime to Miller inside. And it's Shannon with the offensive rebound. So even though Dillingham won't get the assists on that play, nice feed.
Very nice feed.
Beekman. No, Jones making his presence felt.
Active.
I said it to you, Smitty. He had a great start, then quiet for a while. Now has 13 points on 10 shots.
Yeah, when he's in a game, he's going to make something happen. Set out for a while. They need his energy. I think if you look at the Nuggets right now, counting on Hunter Tyson, just hadn't had that type of game. Obviously, Deron Holmes hasn't had a lot of touches. But Jones has been a bright spot for the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Stanford product, 41% from three-point range as a senior. And then this year for the Grand Rapids Gold, hit 45% from beyond the arc. So showing that when you're looking for a guy to play in the NBA, 3 and D, bring some energy, he's showing that he can be one of those guys. Shannon with an excellent first half. Looking to keep it going. Bailey on the baseline. And an obvious foul on the way up. That'll go on Curtis Jones. The Wolves maintaining their 13-point lead here in the third quarter against the Denver Nuggets.
Of slots, the DraftKings Casino app's got you covered. They got tons of slots to choose from, like Cash Eruption, Cleopatra, plus new ones exclusive to DraftKings. All these options, I feel like a slot machine. Winner, winner, early bird dinner.
New players play $5 and get 500 total spins on Huff and More Puff. Plus, get a first day replay up to 1,000 in credits. The crown is yours.
We hit the jackpot. You mean
player Anthony Edwards and Naz Reid, but join us now, Timberwolves general manager Matt Lloyd. And look, had some decisions to make this offseason, brought back some of your guys trying to keep the band together. Julius Randle, Naz Reid, seemed like the first order of business.
Yeah.
Chose to bring them both back.
Yeah, I mean, the summer for us has been about the continuity, bringing the team back that made the Western Conference Finals for the second year in a row. So all the transactions that happened post free agency period and everything, our free agency was done as soon as it could be done with Naz and Julius in particular.
When you're watching your team, and I know it's hard. You had two seasons back-to-back success, and you look like you're tweaking it. I love what you guys did in the draft.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Behringer, he's a motor, and obviously I know he's young, but he is a kid who I just love the way he runs the floor, and the future is bright, and even right now it's bright. You got to get a little stronger.
Yeah, he's really interesting, Smitty. It really gives us a developmental young player at every position, 1 through 5, and I give Tim Connolly a lot of credit. You know, he had identified Johan as an early target. He is one of the best scouts I've ever worked with, ever seen, and we'll see how it plays out. But we're really excited about Johan and the opportunity to get him. We were on pins and needles the whole night of the draft. I mean, in full transparency, to end up with Johan going into the day of the draft, that's what we really wanted to come out with, and we got lucky.
And you mentioned that balance of having veterans like Mike Connolly, Rudy Gobert, and young players that you're developing to try to get on the court, like Rob Dillingham. And I mean, Anthony Edwards is a superstar in the league, but still a young player. How difficult is it to find that balance between the two?
Yeah, I mean, we have a tremendous responsibility every day we come in the building to put Anthony in a position to see the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. And doing that, it really, our responsibility is to find the players that we can put around him that he can make better and that can help make him better. Making him better is very difficult because he's already very good and he's 23 years old. So, you know, the player development program that Coach Finch has had in place for the last couple of years has yielded a lot. Naz is a great example of that, and Jaden McDaniels is a great example of that. So our veteran players have really come through the fire the last 2 years in particular. Our anticipation is that's going to continue to grow, and these young players that we have are being exposed to the culture of winning deep in the playoffs. It's a tremendous responsibility. It's one we don't take lightly.
You know, just watching your team, and obviously guys have done an excellent job. The one position I'm looking at, Mike Conley, has been fantastic. One of my favorites. You know, getting a little bit older and experience. You know, I know player development. Rob Dillingham, is that an area that you guys are looking to? I wouldn't call it upgrade, just to solidify.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a roster spot available. We're in the heart here of the off season, and we're deep into the off season. And we traded for Mike midway through our first year at the All-Star, at the trade deadline, and he has done nothing but really established like an adulthood in the room, and he's such a leader. You know, he leads by example every single day. The guys gravitate to him. He's one of the foundation pieces on our team the last year. That's one of the reasons we've had success is Mike Conley. We're still trying to find the next Steve Smith, though. One of my all-time favorite players. I can't believe I'm sitting next to him.
You're trying to get a big point guard. Huh?
Yeah, that would be big time.
I think I'll be playing a 5 now.
Now, anytime a team is sold, we see a new ownership group come in. We go, okay, what's the direction here? And it feels like that was answered. Tops in the NBA in payroll.
Yep.
And made another investment going forward. How does that make your job easier? And what does that tell us about the future of this franchise going to back-to-back Western Conference Finals, but also making that investment?
Yeah, it's really comforting knowing that every day we come in with a full commitment of the resources we need to put the team in position to be successful. So Mark and Alex have been nothing but great mentors, leaders for the entire organization since we've gotten here 3 seasons ago. So we're going into our 4th season. So we're lucky. We're lucky, and the building has been sold out. Every home game has been sold out the 3 years that I've worked for the team, you know, and that definitely is a testament to all the layers of organization that we have. And it's also a testament to how great the team is, Anthony and all of our players in particular. But we have a good thing going in Minnesota. Mark and Alex are going to be a key part of that for sure. You know, they're the leaders. They set the standard.
Man, I just love this kid. Been watching him in Big Ten. He torched my Spartans, you know, and obviously I looked at him and I said he was a lottery coming out. Yep. Obviously he had his things going on off the court. But talk to me about Terrence Shannon.
Yeah, TJ.
We have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation as they have a timeout. Matt Lloyd, general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Cool.
We'll be right back.
Zepbound means change. For adults with obesity to help lose weight and keep it off.
Zepbound.
Smitty, what did you? I was trying to figure out who the foul was on, and the offensive, defensive. What did you see there, Smitty?
All I said was, let's hurry up and make a call.
Hey, all the NBA people.
Watch it again.
All the NBA people in the building have dinner reservations, so they would definitely want to accelerate this one.
Is Holmes? Is that one on Holmes?
I'm gonna go with Edwards right here, grabbing.
On the right.
Upon review, the call on the floor has changed to a defensive foul on Minnesota number 14. Because the ball was not inbounded at the time of the foul, Denver will shoot 1 shot worth 1 point for anybody in the game at the time of the defensive foul. The challenge is deemed to be successful, so Denver will retain their coach's challenge, but we charge a team timeout.
That was confusing.
Well, Pat O'Connell tried to clear that up, but we don't really get it. All right, so Smitty, you were asking Matt Lloyd, general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves, a question. Can you repeat that so we can get this answer straight?
Well, Terrence Shannon, I mean, I just loved him since his days in Illinois. The way he plays and the fit for Minnesota. I just want Matt to talk about how he fits and what they saw in Terrence Shannon fitting with the group he has.
Yeah, TJ Shannon, the one thing I'd like to start with is a little story about TJ. So every game last year, he was always the last guy off the floor, making sure everyone got a high five coming off the floor. It really says who he is. We had some changes on the team in the backcourt. Nikhil went to Atlanta. We were so happy for him. He was such a huge part of our team the last 2 seasons, last 2.5 seasons. Watching TJ in practice and watching how hard he worked and how he never wavered from that work and never wavered from trying to contribute to the team in a positive way, there was a little bit of level of comfort that we had some solutions internally. He's I mean, there's a reason he was first-team All-American his last year at Illinois. He's a prototype wing. He can probably switch into any defensive situation. He can guard 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s. He can slick. He just drops a great pass off to Jesse there. He's a rounded basketball player, and he's going to be an elite two-way player at the apex of his development. We're really, really excited about TJ. And plus, he's just a great kid. He's a great kid. He's very thoughtful, and he's a leader in the locker room.
And it's great to hear that last part of it, particularly coming into the draft, seeing where he is now, all of those good things said about Terrence Shannon, who's a heck of a basketball player we've seen in the Summer League the last 2 years. Matt Lloyd, general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves, thank you for spending some time with us and sticking through that commercial break.
Oh, really appreciate it, man.
You're a TV veteran now.
Yes, I'm a veteran. Sign me up for the next 40 games. I'll pair with Michael Grady.
We'll get we'll get you on an Exhibit 10 contract.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Good job.
Thanks a lot.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 15-point lead, 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Again, special thanks to Matt Lloyd joining us, general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves, on this broadcast. And Terrence Shannon fighting with E.J. Liddell inside for that board. It looks like the foul will go against Shannon. But, Smitty, to that point about so many questions about Shannon in the draft. Like you said, top 5 talent. It seems like Matt Lloyd put a lot of that to rest in the way that he was speaking of who Shannon is as a person and as a teammate to all of his guys.
He's been like that from day one. And obviously, nothing that he control, and obviously cleared of everything, but he's a fantastic kid and a fantastic player.
Bates pull it up. And Williams with the second chance effort, third chance effort, a fourth chance. Liddell on the baseline. Nowhere to go. And Bates gets it up and in. Not the most efficient basketball, but effective.
No, not at all. It wasn't pretty. But the ending was great for the Nuggets. A lot of bumping.
So Bates at the charity stripe for the Nuggets. Led the NCAA in free throw percentage last season out of Missouri. Dillingham. You know, Smitty, whether it's a shot creation, shot for himself or his teammate, or drawing a foul, it does feel like something's going to happen when Dillingham has the ball in his hand.
Yes,
never stagnant.
He's one of them fast twitch guys with a lot of speed, a lot of bounce, a lot of bop. I just think you got to just keep using his speed getting downhill.
Quick decision maker finds Sikorsky there, who finds Kane. Now that is poetry in motion on a basketball court. Jones and Kane. And it's a blocking foul. No, it's a foul on Harrison, an offensive foul. So it's a trip underneath on the pick. Yeah. Take another look.
Good D by Kane.
That's it. Dave Freed, the resident ref, instead of stat guy. Dillingham creating a shot for Clark. No assist there, but a good look. And I know it's something we've talked about, but coming into Summer League, head coach for the Summer League squad for the Wolves, Kevin Hansen, said, we need Dillingham to run the team. We want him to defend at a high rate. He can't be a minus in those two places. Miller pulling up. No, Zakarski trying to create a second chance opportunity. So with a 20-year-old like Rob Dillingham,
yes,
you know he can dribble, you know he can shoot, you know he can please the crowd, but those two aspects of the game, feels like he's done a good job of that today.
Well, yes. I mean, he's much better. He's just a natural-born scorer. And then I think the next for him is being a lead guard with that scoring ability.
Shifty gets it off, in and out. Williams and Clark pushing and shoving at half court.
Chris Finch said, you know, he's got to figure out how to simplify his game, the ability to get in the heart of the defense and just create pace and make plays from those spots on the floor. I think the best attribute for him is he can get a one-on-one shot whenever he wants to, but beat his man, get in the paint, probe, and make the next play.
So Clark pushing off, saying that Williams is pushing off, and they're still grabbing. Williams inside through the physicality. Nuggets hanging in here, down by 12. Kane. Liddell getting out in transition to Bates. To Harrison. Up strong, the big man.
He wanted to foul on that one, didn't get it.
So the Nuggets, signs of life, pulling within 10. 1 minute to go here in the third. Fighting, clawing, scratching, scraping. Dillingham. It's stolen by Williams, who tosses it down the floor. Bates saves it again. Liddell, watch the hustle for three. Can't capitalize. Sensational effort by the Nuggets. The alley-oop, Zakarski batted away by Liddell. No points on the board by the Nuggets, but you hear the applause because of the top-tier effort.
I'm with them. I'm clapping my hands over there. I love the hustle from both teams.
Zakarski, lefty, floaty. Jones, blocked by Zakarski. Talk about effort plays. Zakarski running the floor. Williams with another steal. Jones, an open look. Bottoms.
Okay, 2-on-1 pass break. Pull up for a three.
Looks like the Wolves will hold for the final shot of the third quarter. Dillingham, 10 points, 7 assists. Working on Jones. Liddell gets it with time left on the clock. Williams taking off. Beats the buzzer, but can't get it to drop. His teammates coming to grab him off the floor. Love to see the camaraderie. And it's the Wolves up by 9. The Nuggets with all the effort.
appreciate your time during the game. Tell me how you guys are rallying together. I just saw everyone run over to the baseline to pick up a teammate.
That's just how we are. I mean, we hustle after everything. You saw that, saving 2 loose balls, somebody coming back to get one, get a shot. We're trying to get as many extra possessions as we can. I mean, we're down almost 20, and that's what you got to do to fight back in a game like this.
Obviously, the object is to win, right? But as an individual, it's also an opportunity to display your talents. What are your objectives when you look at this opportunity in Summer League?
For me, it's just showing, what little things I can do to provide when I go up, when I'm with the main team, with the Nuggets and everything like that. So it's just being a great defender, doing all the little things, cutting in the right, cutting when you need to, making the open shot, just stuff like that.
Thanks for stopping. Good luck.
Absolutely. I appreciate you.
And when we look at a player like Spencer Jones, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, Smitty. The Nuggets, team with championship aspirations, you look at their roster, that's the kind of player that you can't have too many guys like that.
No, you want a whole bunch of those guys. And obviously they are loaded, they are deep. Good move by Harrison.
And getting in deep, when you look at a guy like that 7'3", 230, as if he's too small, that's a good, strong move.
He's just young right now.
Dillingham pulls up, pops.
Spencer Jones, 6'7", plays hard, can defend, can guard, can rebound.
Williams loses it on the way up, pleading to the ref for a foul on that attempt. Bates, way short. Liddell once again crashing the glass, but it didn't hit the rim. Williams gets another shot, barely beats the shot clock.
Good job by E.J. Liddell. Didn't get the rebound, but I love him able to track the basketball and go for that offensive rebound.
The last Summer League game for the Nuggets, he seemingly had the putback game-winning dunk before the game winner from Jamari Bouye on the Milwaukee Bucks. Dillingham hit his last 2 shot. He's heating up. Dillingham, one of those guys, once he starts heating up, it can catch fire. Liddell having an off game from the field. Just 1 for 5. Bailey driving right at Harrison. Barrenjay looking for his own. Can't pull it in. Liddell barreling through the defense. Not the best decision. Bailey to Dillingham. Barrenjay on the glass. Bailey. So Barrenjay, the 17th pick in the draft, creating a bucket there. It's a 7-0 Wolves run.
Thought E.J. should have hit Bates on that last play.
Harrison barreling in again into the chest of Sikorsky. So check it out again, Barrenjay watching the activity from the 18-year-old second youngest player in the draft, Smitty.
Watched a good pass, and Bailey would be able to finish.
The intuition to know not to go up here, find the open guy cutting.
Tracks basketballs, whether it's on the offensive rebound, defensive rebound, or blocking shots.
So checking back into the game for the Nuggets, a player we've been watching, Deron Holmes, and we've said backup center position minutes, but he's been playing the 4 a lot in Summer League, which also is a position of need for the Nuggets.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's a versatile big. Valanciunas, obviously Jokic, Aaron Gordon. Got some size now. He is a guy that definitely can help them.
Clark. Barrenjay thought that was a pass. Jones with the pass, but Bailey with the hustle and the quick hands. So Beekman, who's provided some top-tier defense, checks back into the game. And Tyson, 2 for 9 from the field, ice cold. They kind of need to get him going. Comes off the screen. Finds Holmes. Every time the Nuggets look to pull, there's a defender in their face. Tyson, nowhere to go, pulls up, tough shot.
Good job by Tyson. It's been quiet in this game. Still 7 minutes to go. He can make his imprint.
Just his third make. Bailey gets a shot off. Holmes on the glass. Jones open, stroking. Now Jones, the hottest player for the Nuggets, 16 points, 7 for 11 from the field. The rest of the team struggling with their efficiency. Dillingham somehow gets into the paint.
Love that play by Rob.
Newton on Tyson. Clark over Holmes. And he prays again. Every time he hits one, that's his celebration. Gotta love it.
It is.
Beekman to Jones. Holmes. And Jones on the glass, crashing with Baron J. We're heading the other way.
Gotta love the hustle, though.
Terrence Shannon checking back into the game. 22 points, 5 made threes. Call him a rising sophomore for the Timberwolves. We put him and Anthony Edwards on the floor together. A lot of athleticism in that backcourt. Dillingham takes a seat for the Wolves. 11-point lead, 6 minutes to go. Good closeout on Bailey by Beekman, and it forces a turnover. Tyson plows through Newton. That's an offensive foul. You saw Holmes coming down the middle, begging for the ball there. Instead, we'll go the other way. Under 6 minutes to go, the Timberwolves in full control.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with
Came over in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. They also brought in Bruce Brown, but joining us now, John Wallace, Executive Vice President, player personnel for the Nuggets. And look, a lot of transition for this team, switching head coaches, parting ways with Michael Porter Jr. Let's start there with Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown. Jonas Valanciunas coming in. Seems like a great offseason for you guys. Why were those the players targeted?
Well, I think for us, we had to get a couple more weapons just for DA to use. Coach Allen is such a creative offensive coach. And the way Joker plays, we needed guys that could, give us a little bit more of a lift, corner shooting, cuts, a little more IQ, but at the same time, not sacrificing our defensive prowess.
Well, you're watching it, and you guys did an excellent job. And, for a couple seasons, you're looking for that depth. It seemed like you got that back. I mean, also with the depth, because of some injuries. But bringing in Cam, just talk about his versatility, what he brings to the table for you guys.
Well, I think for lineups and matchups from a night-to-night basis, he gives us a lot more versatility. Obviously, he's been able to guard up and guard smaller, but at the same time, play a little bit faster between, free throw line when, guys get outlets and have some synergy both with our first and second unit.
We were having a conversation about DeRon Holmes and just his story. In the Summer League last year, tore his Achilles, came back out here, hitting the outside shot, playing both the 5 and the 4. What do you envision him? How do you envision him fitting in with the team this season?
Swiss Army knife. I mean, first of all, we're happy for him for his ability to stick with it in the offseason, or this past season rather, and get healthy. You're happy to see him play with a smile on his face, but his ability to play the inside out, obviously pass and shoot the ball, but want to see him develop more as a defender and just kind of get confidence as he goes.
Well, I love the Valanciunas, and obviously whether he's coming or not, but he's with you guys. I mean, he gives you another guy, and people don't realize he's a pretty good passer.
Absolutely.
Great size. You got to be happy with acquiring Valanciunas.
For sure. I mean, again, Coach and I talked about it at length about being able to play with some synergy both with the first and the second unit. Obviously, able to give Joker some rest, but having a guy that has such another level of passing and IQ, but at the same time, defensively, we can match it with some of the more versatile bigs in the West.
Yeah, I mean, making it to Game 7. That was the second round, but against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and watching from the outside, without that Aaron Gordon hamstring injury, it's like, it feels like you guys could have easily won that. But that depth that you have now, it does feel like, okay, if you do lose a guy in a series like that, is that part of the thinking of adding the kind of depth that you have now?
Absolutely. You have to commend those teams, especially, look at OKC, look at what Minnesota's done. They have so many different guys that can throw at you in waves. And so for us to be able to combat that with our depth, but at the same time, we were able to do it with the level of maturity and not going as, with so many young guys who have kind of been battle tested and been and played in some playoff situations. So we feel that should give us a slight edge.
John, question for me is Christian Brown. I mean, you want to acquire people, but development within. I mean, he has taken a leap. He's always been a great player, but I guess we got to go to timeout. We'll ask you afterwards.
Oh, good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll continue to talk to you after we take this quick commercial break.
The truth about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2.
Wallace, Executive Vice President, player personnel for the Denver Nuggets, sticking around with us. And we're continuing our conversation. There's one thing I've noticed about this group, right? Right now, down by 13, been down most of the game, but making so many hustle plays, guys trying to earn the right for a spot on the team. What does that tell you about the culture that your team has, yes, at the NBA level, also with the Grand Rapids Gold?
Yeah, I mean, guys understand what they're playing for. The guys before me have set such a precedent in terms of winning and playing hard and just having a winning attitude. So these guys have, bought in, and we've seen some decent results as to this part in Summer League.
Before the break, I'm going to go back to Christian Brown. Just want you to talk about him, player development, and just everything you saw in his maturation on being able to start him and to play in both ways. Okay, I saw that.
Elevator, escalator to the top floor. Terrence Shannon shot out of a cannon. John Wallace, we appreciate your time. Anthony Edwards loving it.
I got him out of seat.
You ain't even got to answer that question.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it, fellas.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
It's okay.
Check it out one more time, my friend Terrence Shannon.
Boy, I dream about doing stuff like that.
But we were saying this entire game he's been shooting jumpers, playing well. Anthony Edwards excited to see his teammate ignite the crowd. On Berenger working inside, Dillingham looking to find him. And really watching this group together, Shannon, Dillingham, Berenger, a lot of communication. You talk to me a lot about that, Smitty, with teams and watching who they are. That's like one of those inside basketball things you talk about tremendously. I see it a lot with that group.
Led by their superstar, Anthony Edwards.
Berenger can't convert on the alley-oop.
Ant's one of those guys that always communicate. He's always in a positive spirit for his teammates, happy for everybody else. And then you have guys, like you said, basically sophomores, second year, Dillingham and Shannon. Both those guys understand and know each other.
Berenger starting to get more looks late in the game, headed to the free throw line. You know, for the rookie trying to fit in, Smitty, his group not going to need scoring from him.
Right. No, not at
Blocks,
all.
Rebounds, all of those things, and high energy. 18-year-old coming to a team that has been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals, trying to head to the NBA Finals. Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. The Phoenix Suns, 10th overall pick, Kaman Malawach. The Atlanta Hawks, Asa Newell, a lottery pick at 3:30 Eastern on NBA TV. On ESPN2, the Pistons, Rockets, Raptors, Magic, Nets, and the Wizards. Trey Johnson, the electric 6th overall pick for Washington. Berenger, the electric rebound, if you will.
Yes, good job by him.
Shannon open, Dillingham won't get the assist, but Berenger gets the offensive rebound. And a travel called on Dillingham.
Some excitement at the end of this game.
Well, Smitty, the potential Summer League graduates, Terrence Shannon, Rob Dillingham, looking the part. We always want to see those second-year players pop. They're certainly doing that today.
Yes, for sure. They had a good game, and you can see right now, defensively, they're still playing hard. But I like the Nuggets. You said it best with John. They kept playing hard even though they're down.
Foul on Newton. It looks like Jones will go to the free throw line with 2:17 to go. 15-point lead for the Wolves. Jones, 23-year-old out of Iowa State, went undrafted. When he was a high school senior, he got 0 D1 or D2 scholarship offers, was 155 pounds. So,
what is it certainly now? 155. You sounded like he's 220 now.
I was explaining the potential of why he didn't get those scholarship offers, Smitty.
155, he's 156 right now.
You said he's 156 pounds?
Man, nah, he's bigger than that, but I was stuck thinking he put on 25 pounds the way he was reading his bio. I'd like to know some offers, and he's still right here. Got a good feel. I'd watch Iowa State. They always have good basketball players that just know how to play the game over the years.
Holmes inside. It's fouled, trying to make something happen. I've seen actually Curtis Jones work out at Overtime Elite in the offseason. And it looks like a timeout from the Minnesota Timberwolves. 16-point lead. Smitty, just in, they're going to challenge that play. Just an impressive performance all around by the Timberwolves and their trio of draft picks.
It is. I mean, I love Behringer. Behringer, I mean, he is. To the head on Newton.
What do you see in elbow, shoulder?
That's what I think they're reviewing. Anything above the shoulder. But I think that's a basketball play for him. And it just happened.
So it looks as if Pat O'Connell is relaying a message to the Timberwolves coaching staff. And they're getting back to the action. 1:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nuggets have put in a valiant effort, but from an overall top-tier talent perspective, it does look as if the Wolves, just a little bit too much top-tier talent.
Yeah, I mean, just guys like Terrence Shannon was obviously the best player on the floor. Dillingham played well. Behringer had an impact on his game. Just a little bit too much for the Nuggets, especially with, you know, just lack of a, I would say, a go-to guy for them right now.
Dillingham getting to the hole, lost it on the way up. Tyson driving on Newton. So Hunter Tyson getting some back-to-back buckets now with 13 points. For the Wolves, we saw that very first possession set the tone defensively, and it lasted throughout the game. Newton boarded by Williams. However you want to slice it, Williams has made some top-tier effort plays. And still the effort by Clark in the final minute in the tape. He's fouled by Jones. One thing we haven't seen at any point is a let-up by effort from either team.
No, not at all. I mean, even down to the stretch, 53 seconds left. I love the way Jalen Clark is still playing extremely hard. They're up by 14, but on the Nuggets side, like you said, Williams for the Nuggets. I mean, just blocking shots, showing effort, Donovan Williams. And then Hunter Tyson didn't have a great game at the beginning, but starting to come along. That's what you want to see, because there's still a lot more games left for both teams.
You know, Clark appeared in each of the last 36 games for the Wolves. 4 starts in February. Shot 43% from three-point range. That from the 53rd pick in the draft. Not a bad year.
No, not at all.
Swing, swing. Shannon off. Tyson from the corner. Clark hauls it in. Don't know if we need to see many more shot attempts. About an 8-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. Newton does put it up. And Jones, well, he'll add to his count. Spencer Jones, 25 points, or 22 points. Shannon on the other end, and that'll do it. Wolves win 94-83. Terrence Shannon, the guy who stood out from the start, 24 points, 3 assists, 5-man